Hi guys, this is Carrie, and you're watching A Crone's Life. I have another box, so you get to watch me open it. I actually know what's inside of this one, so it's not going to be too much of a surprise for me, but hopefully it's a surprise for you. Aha! Get my trusty blade out. What might be surprising about this order was that it was not Kickstarter. This was actually something that I decided to purchase online because my Instagram feed was just filled with it, and I couldn't resist. It just spoke to me too many times. So this is the Between Worlds Tarot or Oracle, and I got the little book, journal book to go with it, and that's a receipt. Can't see that, I hope. And oh yeah, this was the thing. This is a pretty cool thing. I have no idea what to do with it, but you know what? I'm gonna learn. Oh, learn something. That makes me happy. Oh wait. I'm just gonna point this out because this is what I just saw, and I'm not very good at like hiding my expression. So these are our zodiac symbols, right? This is Aries and Taurus and Gemini and Cancer and Leo, and I'm not going to keep going because I only recognize my family members. But the maker, the gardener, I'm Gemini, so I happen to be the orphan. Just not sure what to think about that. Okay, I will have to figure out how to play with this and what to do, because I'm curious why I'm an orphan. Well, at least my daughter is the amorous, so that's nice. My son is the architect. Oh, there you go. So, with that aside, I am really excited about this journal. I've been wanting to buy one of these journals, and you guys might know I already have the Reclaim Oracle journal, and I love it. It is really for like personal work, but this is more for learning how to use your cards. So, or keeping track of consistencies or patterns or repetition in your spreads, and how you feel about certain cards. I mean, this is more about a deck, a deep dive in a deck rather than about myself. So that to me gets me a little excited. So this has a rose petal finish, and it has a big long line in the front. And you might also remember, I don't worry about, you know, anything that's a little bit messed up. I mean, marks and fingerprints and stuff don't matter to me because I'm gonna mess this thing up anyway. So just checking to see if there was anything else, and there's not. So let's look at the cards. I love the bag. I'm going to take the sticker off before anything else happens because I don't like barcode stickers. I don't like those I don't like industrial stickers. I don't like a manufacturer putting stickers on most stuff. Anyway, got that off, so I feel better. Very, very sturdy bag. This is much thicker than most of my bags. It might be thicker than the Usi bags that I get. That's a very nice bag. And I just happen to love their logo too. That might be part of the reason why I just kept thinking about getting this deck, is that the logo is so cool. Actually, the artwork is really cool too. Yeah, this is an oracle. The orphan, fierce, independence, lone wolf, resilient, perceptive, names fears, learning to soften, learning to love. Well, we'll have to figure that out. I'm not sure. I have to say I am pretty much of a lone wolf. I went through a period of time where all I wanted was to make friends and, you know, have people over to the house and watch movies and be in some sort of clubs like book clubs and movie clubs and be a part of video game groups and Discord, and I was very, very interested in friends. And then I had some friends and I realized how much work they can be, and I decided maybe I'm not the kind of person to have friends. That might be a terrible thing to say, and I apologize if it sounds wrong. I do cherish the friends that I have, but if you are needy, if you are hard work, you might not last around me. Or you might just think I don't love you. And that might not be the truth, but who knows. So these are the backs. I'm rambling. I'll probably have to cut that out. These are the backs. And this is the box. Box was really easy to get open. I like that. I like to be able to slide it, you know, without much resistance. And again, I think it's lovely. It might be the color scheme. I'm very happy with the color scheme. Well, let me just not make too much work for myself. Even if it's easy, it's still a thing. So, what to say about the guidebook? Black and white, kind of shiny pages. These are like magazine type pages. Plenty to read. Death is endings, change, recomposition. An old bird rests atop a pile of bones where, oddly enough, flowers are growing. This card signals significant change and, of course, an ending. It may be difficult, that's okay. Don't turn away, but also don't dwell too long. Can you meet this moment with an open heart? Employ rituals for grieving and release, then let yourself be free. So, I mean, that's lovely. It's very well written. It's short and poignant. So let me set up where we can see things. I'm really interested in this format, what we're going through right here. Guides, wisdoms, universal forces. So, guides, valleys and aspects, wisdoms and forces. So there's 3, what do you call them? Suits, so to speak. This is simple, but I think it's very well thought out. Major chapter of a spiritual quest, period of time, place, or mental state, typically long-lasting and multifaceted. So valleys are those things. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the valleys. Aspects are day-to-day situations in life, insight into making decisions, typically of the physical domain. There's a lot of aspects, and guides draw from Jungian and astrological energies, depict spiritual beings or guides, and what does the guide need me to know information. And I read those off to you as far as those zodiac symbols that I knew. I know that's Aquarius, the messenger. Sagittarius is the warrior. I get confused with this N and M, so and there's another M, so you see what I'm saying. I don't know. That's interesting to me. I'm still at a place in my life. So for a walkthrough, I have filmed this once before. What have I done here? I have filmed this once before, and it turns out that for some reason, my crazy camera, maybe? I don't know, it cuts things off at the bottom, so it looks like when I'm looking in my camera here, it looks like everything's fine, but when I get it to the computer, it is cut it off, and then there's all the space up above it. So it's not quite. Anyway, we'll see how this one turns out. I can always do another one because this is just showing you the cards. So you watch the box opening. This is just the walkthrough. So I talked about the orphan because that's my card, evidently. I'm very, very excited and curious about the way this is set up. I've already thought of pairings to go with certain tarot decks. I've got a whole bunch sitting around me because, like I said, I've filmed this once before. I know which decks not to put down next to it. It's funny. I could just do it anyway, but I don't know how much time you really want to spend watching me sort through these. I really like this deck, though. I don't know. Sometimes it's just something simple that you need, something that's really, I don't know. Because this is complicated enough for me to look into it and see really neat things. Things that are not quite right, things that are just off enough to spend time searching through the image. But then they're also just really very easy to look at. They're not too busy. And of course I've said this before, but the colors are amazing. I love the palette, the whole palette. And I probably don't have a really good photograph, but I have 2 tattoos on my legs. On my left side, from my knee to my ankle, is a kitsune, and on my right side from my knee to my ankle is a griffin, and they have this complementary color scheme where it's like my kitsune has the teal, light aqua kind of color, and the griffin has this beautiful red corally color. And of course there's splotches of each color mimicked in the next one, so it's very deliberate. It was a wonderful project that took me years to get it all done, but I'm so happy that I did. And it's not the tattooing that took so long, really. It's just the planning what the design was going to be, and anyway, they represent people in my life, so I wanted to make sure it was just right. 2 different tattoo artists who were willing to just do what I asked them to do. I mean, I didn't have a piece of artwork for them already. It's their own art. But like Hoffa, he works at Ascension Tattoo in Orlando, Florida. And he usually does some very quirky, like, I don't know, crazy goggly-eyed characters, and the kitsune is a neo-traditional tattoo style, and I was really surprised that he was willing to go that direction, because oftentimes a tattoo artist is very, I don't know, set in stone. They do what they like what they do, and going outside of their style, their wheelhouse, what they have fun doing, isn't always what they're willing to do. So I was super excited. I was very glad that Hoffa was willing to work with me, and his kitsune is so amazing. I get so many compliments on it. And Matt Stebley in Ocean Springs, Mississippi did my griffin, and I never had a doubt that it was going to turn out magnificent. I just needed to tell him what the owl griffin, kind of where the inspiration came from, because my son has one, and I wanted it to kind of match his to a certain extent. I didn't want it to look just like it, but I wanted there to be similarities so that, we were both representing the same person, and it would be obvious. So I had to save my money for Matt Stebley, because tattoos are not cheap. And they're very expensive, and it took years to go between the kitsune on the left side and to finally get the griffin on the right side. I know that has nothing to do with tarot, and I should be talking about the cards, but I feel like you guys are probably either turning down the sound or clicking through anyway, so I can talk about whatever I want to. Okay, well, that was all of those images, but I did want to go ahead and show you the Habitrot with it, because when I did this earlier, I was so happy with the results. Like, how it looks together is amazing. And I just got through watching some of Kelly Bear playing with her decks, and she was doing sort of the Krista's Chronicles speed dating stuff, and I have to agree, I love watching it, I love doing it, and it's gonna have to become part of my lineup. And I don't get to play with my cards like, just goofing off and thinking about, my cards. I can sit down and do a spread or two. I can draw a card per day. I can journal, and then I'm kind of stuck. I'm done. That's all I get to do unless I'm doing a video. And if I'm doing a video, I can play and I can just, talk about what I see and enjoy myself. So maybe I'll just play on my videos. Get to see everybody's depiction of what things go together. It's like you get to see what somebody likes, and how their brain kind of puts things together. And this is the case with this particular matchup. The Habitrot is a deck that I backed on Kickstarter. It's what is her name? Habitrot. She goes by Habitrot. And I'm umming again. I should have some way of stopping myself from doing that. And she's from Switzerland. That's what I was looking for. She's from Switzerland. She did this deck. I saw it on Kickstarter. I had to have it. Fell in love with it. And I've been using it here and there. I can't wait to take it on a trip with me to give it some extra love. And now that I have this deck, this oracle to go with it, it's so exciting! Sorry. So, this is my number one pairing. I think these are amazing, and I haven't been reading them to you. So, what she's done is she has written here, and this video is not about the Habitrot, sorry. She's written here the number, and then over here she has the symbol, because the word is actually written in Swedish, I think, or Dutch. Switzerland, Swedish, Sweden, Swisher, Switzerland. Oh, I think it's Dutch. Holy shit. Oh yeah, it says so. Now you see how my brain works. You're welcome. But anyway, because she's written them in different languages, some people have a hard time, but because it's got the symbolism, like it's got the 10 and it's got the cups, you know that Kelsh is cup. I mean, that's a wand, it's stab, it's 8 of wands. So, and this is an ace, but it says ass, and it makes me laugh every time. You can't, no. This is the best. This is the best deck. I love this deck. I have actually bought quite a few. I say quite a few. It feels like quite a few collage decks, because I just felt like I needed to scratch that itch. But to me, this Habitrot deck is better than all my collage decks. I love it. it does. Well, I can't say all my collage decks because I really like my bees. Oh, well, anyway. I can't say definitively it's the best, but I can say I really love that deck, which is what I'm saying. So there. Anyway, love these two together. They are perfect in my mind. So I will move these aside. No, I'll move this one aside and show you the mind's eye with it because I thought that one looked really good too. It's by Olivia Rose, if you don't know it or haven't seen it. It's a little bit dark compared to this deck, but I really think, I'll just show you the backs real quick. I really think that this deck speaks to this Oracle deck. The Mind's Eye, to me, speaks to the Between Worlds deck. Okay. So how you seeing everything? You see everything okay? Make sure that there's plenty of room at the bottom. But the Mind's Eye is kind of busy with the line work, and this one is less busy, but it's still got a lot going on, so I feel like they talk to each other, they really complement each other. They do have similar colors. This one, of course, has a bit more variety of colors in each piece of artwork, but I don't know. It's just something. And maybe it's just in my brain, but they seem to be talking to each other. So I'll just try to do what Kelly was doing and tell you that in my head I see this wonderful pattern right here repeated right here, and then she's got the circle of the sun, and then this outline behind this bird, it seems to repeat. Yeah, so this one is lovely together. In the same way, this one has pinks that are very vibrant and beautiful, and this one has the muted pinks throughout. And, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of the, you know, flowingness to both of them, but I do believe the Four of Cups and Compassion will always go together. World and Security. Swoop. Bunch of circles. Ace of Wands and Kinfolk. Got the... and forgive me, please. I'm in a mood, so I just can't really talk. My talking skills are weak right now. These seem to mimic each other. Maybe I used the words wrong. Sorry if it bothers you that I say mimic instead of mirror. I mean, they're similar. Reds and blue-greens. Is that glaring? No, it's not. Gestation and Two of Wands. Productivity and Nine of Pentacles. And see, sometimes it's just the patterns that they use for brush strokes or line work. It just seems to repeat or mirror each other. And I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at because I'm struggling here. You know, I don't have any of MJ McLean's decks, but this seems to remind me of the filters that she uses on her images. It has that same flow. Wonder if I need one of her decks now. Valley of Knowledge and the Fool. Fool wants to get to the Valley of Knowledge, right? If I were the Fool, that's where I would want to go. It's just an eye right here, and there's eyes all in her flowers. Okay, so that was the Mind's Eye Tarot by Olivia Rose. Artist's Inner Vision was the one I really liked with this one. Speaking of lots of collage decks. And the reason why I liked this one earlier was because of the way they talked together. It wasn't so much that they just looked just alike or anything, but Compassion and the Two of Cups, the Gardener and the Three of Cups. Are these in order? These can't be. The Muse and Strength, Centeredness and the Seven of Wands, Valley of Bewilderment and Two of Cups, Valley of the Quest and the Ace of Cups, the Healer and the Wheel of Fortune, Grasping, the Three of Swords, the Warrior and the Five of Coins, Productivity and the Eight of Wands, Gestation and the World, the Emerist and the Judgment, Curiosity and the Nine of Wands, Kinfolk and the Six of Coins, Ancestry and the Hermit, Scholarship and the Prince of Cups, Community and the Four of Swords. It does look quite a lot alike. Okay. Discernment and the Sun. We'll do a couple more. Valley of Knowledge and the Princess of Cups, Withdrawal and the Queen of Cups, and Forgiveness and the Princess of Swords. So that was the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot. And I learned about this from the Witchy Wallflower. I'll leave her information in the description box so you can go and watch her videos. She does a lot of collage decks. She actually has a really fantastic library. So I love the colors, but next to this deck, I was noticing earlier that it kind of looked garish. So even though I love the deck, I think that they don't complement each other. But I wanted to show you just kind of my idea of decks that don't really go together. Love them separate. And I would use these together. I'm pretty sure even if, if this is what I had with me, I would definitely put these guys together, but I don't think that this Oracle deck does this tarot deck justice. I don't know for sure, but it just doesn't seem to lift it up. But maybe you are sitting there on the other side of the screen and you're saying, oh my god, I love those together. And if that's the case, then hey, I've done something good. And that's all I want, is just to do something good. So this is Death and Embarking. So in this third edition of the Lonely Dreamer Tarot, she has extra cards that are like oracle cards, and this is one of them. Valley of Detachment and the Page of Wands, Resolve and the Knight of Cups, the Crone and the Chariot, Contentment and Six of Cups, Embodiment and the Four of Pentacles, the Maker and the High Priestess, Achievement, the Ace of Cups, Passage and Ten of Pentacles, Withdrawal and Confinement, another extra card, Valley of Knowledge and the Knight of Swords, the Destroyer and the Nine of Cups, Discernment and the Seven of Wands, Community and the Ace of Pentacles, Universal Spirit and the Five of Swords. One more, Scholarship and the Four of Cups. Just introduced to the story through this deck. See, I'm not sure about the black borders, but anyway, I was so enamored by the story that I went ahead and bought a second deck by a different artist, creator, and we'll see how that goes, but I do love this story. I don't know, something about the borders. What? That's crazy. Well, okay. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this. I like to see the synchronicities, you know, the repetition of patterns, and on some of these cards, the repetition of colors, and I do love my decks. These are so awesome. Okay, so that was the classic Mountains and Seas. The next one I wanted to try was the Cult Following tarot deck. I also got this on Etsy. I was struggling with whether or not I liked it, and then I took it to I should have written in, I did. I took it to the eclipse, this most recent eclipse, and it did some fantastic readings for me, and I just had a blast using it, so it's now one of my favorites. I was kind of disappointed when I got it, and I didn't want to talk about it because I was worried that I would give it a bad reputation from my words, and I don't want anybody to think there's something wrong with something just because I have my own particular feelings about things. But for one thing, I think that there's a dead face in here. Like, I shouldn't be surprised, but I think there's a photograph of a dead person in here, and that bothered me when I saw it. I have not seen it since. Like, I showed it to my husband, and he was like, I don't know, it could be just something from a movie set. And anyway, I'm rambling, but that set me off with this. And then the fact that they use Kali, and this is all about cult stuff, and Hindu is not a cult. It is an active religion, and I don't really appreciate all the dismissal that people give Hinduism. Like, it doesn't matter, it's just a Hindu god, and that's not respectful. So that bothered me that, you know, it was throughout the deck. But then I also thought, well, there's a lot of things in here. There's Christianity, there's the Sacred Heart, so I'm much less sensitive about it now. But like I said, at first it kind of put me off, so but now I think I like it. I think it's one of my favorites. It takes a minute to get to know your decks, like I said, and it just took a minute. So see, there's the Headless Mother Mary. Oh, and she's on the sides too. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of different things in here. I think I need to separate the deck from the name of the deck. If I could just in my mind change the name of the deck, I would probably be more okay with it. Sorry, I'm in a mood today. And this is almost kind of sort of not working. I mean, I don't think I would put them together, but I do enjoy playing with my cards, so I'm just sitting here looking at them. Okay, let's move along. The next one I wanted to try is the Fantasy World Tarot. I can't remember the name of the person that did it, but I backed them on Kickstarter when they came out with their Lenormand. Who is it? It's glittery and I can't read it. Tarolandia. Fudge. Yeah, the colors don't go, but I was kind of hoping that the childlike drawings and this really hard edge something would play together nicely, but so far, well, I don't know, that looks kind of nice. Oh, I don't hate it. Wait, I really don't hate it. It's way different. Like, I'm not sure what I was thinking picking up, but I don't hate it. See, set your bar low. You're never disappointed. So terrible. Shh. Okay. I'm just gonna have to I should stop my computer right now. I'll tell you what, I'll finish with this last deck and then I'll re-record this whole thing, and I'm dying. I'm such in a mood. I'm in a mood. I don't even know why, to be honest. Artwork by Vera Petruk. That's what I was looking for. I guess the next thing I should do, just real quick, is to show you that there is no edging done on this, which will, in fact, tempt me to edge this deck. I don't know why I do that to myself. Honestly, I don't. But I probably will. And for riffle shuffling, let me pull out. The privet hedge is blooming all around, and I'm loving it, but oh my gosh, my allergies. So, in our house, where we're divided, I love the smell of privet hedge. There's something about it. It's like homecoming. It's like, I know that that's the smell of my neighborhood. I know that smell is beauty. I mean, I've associated privet hedge with so many good things, and my husband thinks it stinks. But he also thinks that privet hedge is a weed, and that is not my opinion. And he treats my honeysuckle like it's a weed, and my clematis like it's a weed. And I'm not complaining about my husband, but I'm just saying, he and I do not see eye to eye. This shuffles really well. I was checking to see if it bends. It sort of does, so be careful with it. Maybe it's my cloth. No, it's not too bad. I've had, decks that really bounce back faster than this, but that's not bad. It did bend right there. Okay. Maybe if I shuffle them the other way, get them back to where they were. Yeah, it's okay. So, there's that. And I don't know what else to say. So I'm in Tigger, and I have a curl. just saying, that's the elephant in the room. Is I'm ready for bed, and I've got a curl. So that was Between the Worlds, and like the deck, I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to do a few more pairings just because it came to mind and I just wanted to play. So if you're still hanging around watching me goof off, good for you. You must be like me. Just like to hear people talk. Yeah, so I suppose I'll try to get all the link stuff in the description box below. I mentioned Witchy Wallflower. She has a great library. She's got some awesome ideas for videos. I love watching her. I mentioned Kelly Bear, and she's been doing some videos lately that just are playing with decks, and to be honest with you, that's my dream. That's just what I want to do. I just want to share the fun that I have with decks on the internet. And I should have mentioned, I don't know if I did mention, it used to be Krista's Chronicles. Now, it is Krista's Chronicles. It was Crochet Witch before. Okay, so Krista over at Krista's Chronicles, she has a lot of collage decks, and she's selling her own collage decks. I will put her down below because I think she's got a new pre-order. Like, you can pre-order, I'm sorry, it's distracting me. You can pre-order her ephemera deck, Divine Ephemera Oracle. I have it, I love it. Check my video for a walkthrough. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has walkthrough of it. Who else? There's somebody else I needed to mention. Because there are a lot of people that are just now starting to do the things that they want to do, the fun stuff. And I love to do hashtags because comparison, you know, just seeing what my ideas look like compared to somebody else's. It's a lot of fun. But I also just like to see people do, you know, their own thing and have a really good time talking. Okay, so getting back on track, because I hope to cut that out. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you probably next week, maybe sooner, because my husband's gone out of town, and I can just make videos as long as my sidekick isn't having a day. So, I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great week.